Okay, so we have a slight different change of events right now. We need to take Alina to the doctors. She is wheezing quite a lot. It's something that we are quite well rehearsed in, and she often ends up in hospital, but we're just hopefully going to quickly see a doctor instead of going straight to A&E and just seeing if we can avoid a hospital trip, basically. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So we just got out of the doctors, and hopefully we're going to be able to keep Alina out of hospital. She has got steroids, antibiotics, and because her eczema has flared up so badly, we've got numerous different products for her eczema as well. If we can keep her breathing intact enough, and when I say intact, like using an inhaler no more than 2 or 3 times in a 4-hour period, then we can keep her out of hospital. If I can't, then even though we've got all of this stuff from the doctors, we'll still have to take her into hospital because she'll need to be monitored and have to probably go up on a nebulizer, that type of thing. So that's where we're at. How do you feel, Alina?
Good. I see them.
Yeah, so we're just going to get picked up by Daddy, aren't we?
Yeah. Stop my finger by this time.
Cool. What was the doctor like?
Nice.
She was really nice. She was helpful, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Cool. And you've got loads of stuff there. So yeah, that's where we're at. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we can keep her stabilised. So the next thing I'm going to need to do for Alina is to use this other new cream that we've just got for her eczema, and I'll show you a little bit of that in a minute.
The taste has come back.
Taste has come back. This one is Epimax.
Like the taste.
I don't know. It looks very gloopy anyway. So she needs to put that onto her skin 4 times a day. So basically her eczema has become very inflamed, and often when it's like that, it means that there's an infection. So we need to get that under control. Natural products. Hang on, sweetie. Natural products that I've used in the past to help her, and she's never had eczema this bad. But products that I've used in the past to help her have been coconut oil, and we also use the Exoskin. But unfortunately this time that's not going to hack it. And in terms of respiratory, I use Air, which is a doTERRA essential oil product. And that's really good for basically being able to help her to not escalate so much. But when she gets as poorly as this, then it's not really strong enough to keep going. But it does help, so she will have that in between. And it normally means that she won't have to have the inhaler as much. And in fact, beforehand, we've managed to keep her out of hospital and also off of an inhaler. But I don't want to get this... I don't want this to be a situation where it's not understanding the severity of how somebody's symptoms can progress. So the Air is absolutely phenomenal. We swear by it. Honestly, I cannot even begin to tell you what a difference it started making when we discovered it to prior having this. However, she will still need to have an inhaler at certain times, and when she gets poorly, this is where it seems to just go absolutely mental, and that's where it all then ends up being in hospital. But if we can avoid that this time, that would be absolutely amazing. So we're now going to go and plaster her in this gloopy stuff and see how that goes. Okay, so Alina has said that she's going to show part of her eczema, but of course there are a number of areas that we're not going to be showing that are a lot more severe for her. But this is what we're contending with at this moment in time. If you come and stand here, sweetie, I'll just turn the camera. So let's have a look at your arms. She's got a crown on and being really funny. So if we just So because they're all inflamed and open, and she has this all over her legs, behind her legs, she's got some patches on her inner thighs. I mean, they're bigger than my hand and red raw. She's also, for the first time ever, this as well. If you come here, sweetie, I'm not sure if we can show this on the, so in and around her eye area here. I'm not sure if I can pick it up on the camera as much. And then she's got patches down here, and then also patches around here, whereas she doesn't know, she's never before had it on her face. So yeah, we're now going to try this cream out, aren't we? And you can let them know what you think.
Wait, let's turn the camera around. Hey, Doctor!
Yay!
Yeah.
You're going to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Okay, so how was that cream?
Good, except from here it stinks.
Okay.
I just want to make something for you.
You're going to make me something?
Yes.
Awesome.
Shut up.
So while Alina is making me a roast dinner, some of the problems that we've had previously when she's tried different creams to go on her eczema is that the cream has just been very stingy, and especially because she was younger, she then refused to have any cream on, and it took so long to be able to try to get her to use anything, which is why we switched to coconut oil. And then for a few years she's used that, and it's not been too bad because her eczema hasn't really been that bad. The only time she had really severe eczema was one time when she had a reaction to a washing powder. It was a particularly, I would say like a cheaper variety, and she had a massive reason to that.
I can't do a roast dinner, but I can do a surprise.
Okay, a surprise would be lovely. And so yeah, so we're careful on any washing powders that we use, any changes. We predominantly keep her away from dairy because that always creates more of a reaction. Although she does really like yogurts, and so if they've been bought for her sisters, we have noticed that occasionally she snuck in to have a yogurt, but we can normally tell because there will be a flare up in her body. Can you just help Soraya with her door, please? Right, love you. Okay, another successful drop off. We don't have Alina at school today. Sorry, this road is just nuts for traffic. We didn't have Alina at school today because she's on quite a bit of medication. She's on steroids and she's on antibiotics, and the antibiotics she needs 4 times a day, and she also needs the inhaler. It's a bit much to try and get the school to be able to be that observant with her. So when it's like this, I keep her off and try and do some homeschooling stuff with her instead. And then that way she's cared for and safe, and it's also not so much pressure on the teachers, because just like Soraya, Alina can go downhill so quickly, and one minute she will seem absolutely fine, and then the next minute she will need to be in hospital and sometimes on a nebulizer. So yeah, it's just a little bit much, I think, sometimes for a teacher to be able to do that. Alina is very, very good. She understands what she needs when, and she also is very good at being able to take her inhaler herself, to know if she is dipping, all of those types of things. The biggest challenge is she normally takes everything so much in her stride she takes everything so much in her stride, and she's so laid back that when you look at her, you can think that she's fine. And the nurse said this to me last time. She said, you look at her and you go, yeah, she's not too bad, but then you look at her stats and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really quite serious. And that's just, even Soraya's the same. I've just got pretty laid back, easygoing, very happy children, and they just take everything in their stride. They take even the other stuff. They don't tend to panic too much. The only time that Alina's panicked is when she woke up in the middle of the night. When she woke up in the night and couldn't breathe and couldn't find the inhaler. And she also couldn't find her air, which is another product that we use, which genuinely tends to help her. She panicked then. Apart from that, all good. So I'm going to go back now, probably take Roo for a walk. Might go to the breakwater to take him, we'll see. We've just dropped off the girls to school. I'll be returning back to the school today twice to help Alina apply her eczema cream and take her antibiotics. She's finished the steroids now, and the school could administer the antibiotics, not a problem, but because of where she has eczema and the cream needs to be applied, I'll be going in to help do that with her. So you saw that we took Alina to the doctors, and about her eczema, I had to take her back yesterday because the cream that she had, she reacted to, and so her eczema's got even worse. It meant that she was crying and everything when I was putting it on, which then really upset me because I was putting her in even more pain than she was already in. So anyway, she's now on another 2 courses of antibiotics and has got different cream, meaning that again I'm going to the school twice a day to help her put on the cream, which is a bit of a struggle right now. But it can sometimes be so hard as a parent, because she's now upset because she's missing a break time. She's also upset because the cream stings, and so you're trying to do your best for her, and at the same time she's really disliking you for it. Which I can understand, but sometimes it just gets a bit upsetting, really. And I think sometimes as a parent, you're doomed if you do and you're doomed if you don't. So that's just how it is right now. But she is genuinely in so much pain, bless her. And she doesn't want any of the teachers to do it. As I mentioned before, the worst patches of her eczema are in some quite sensitive areas. And so it's understandable that she doesn't want anybody else to do that. So I'm just hoping that it gets to clear up soon. But of course the antibiotics are going to then have a knock-on effect in terms of gut health, which then creates even more issues. And so it's just a little bit of an ongoing battle right now. That's all predominantly that's been going on right now. It's just seeing to her needs. Father's Day was great, as you kind of saw. The breakfast was fab, just going out all together. Although the vegetarian sausages were bleh, they were really not nice, so I didn't even eat those. But everything else was really nice, so that's pretty cool. Van life at the moment, we were going to go and see some vans, and then on further research we decided that a Transit is not going to be the van for us. It's the smallest of all the vans, and so we're actually now looking for an Iveco. That's taking some time because there doesn't seem to be as many of them on the market, or shall I say in a reasonable distance from us as well. So kind of that's where we're at, really. Predominantly it's just caring for Alina and what her needs are right now. My course I'm a little bit behind with, so that's a little bit of a stress, although we have started implementing quite a lot of the nutritional aspects of that, and that's really good. That's been working, and I've really enjoyed watching, like, making tiny little changes that the girls are not really privy to, and even Mark's not that privy to, but they're embracing, which is really good, because normally I do the whole like, I just change so much at once, so I'm learning to do little steps, little baby steps, rather than like change everything all at once. So that's our update. Look forward to catching up with you guys soon, and hopefully with a little bit of better news, and Alina being happier and a little bit more healed would be really good. I'll drop in some photos of some of the things that she is and how much her eczema's come up, because it's just been it's just horrendous, poor child. It's not pleasant at all. It's never been like this, so we're going to have to look at where all the triggers are happening, and usually they'll happen from the gut anyway, so it's normally an inside problem that shows itself externally, and so that's what we're going to have to investigate right now. Catch you again soon. Take care. Bye.